Alright, this is an interview with Chelsea Wickman, a success story at MRA, and this is her interview. Alright, Chelsea, where were you at when you came in at the beginning of the school year?
When I came in at the beginning of the school year, I had 7 credits left to go, and I didn't know if I was going to graduate this year or next year, and I had a lot of math that I hadn't done in like 2 years, so I didn't know if I was going to be able to do that. I didn't know if I was going to graduate this year at all, and I didn't really think that I was going to.
Okay, what were the main factors in your growth as a student, and how did that accomplish your goal to get where you're at today?
Well, Miss Conrad always saw me being negative, so she would come over to me and make me be positive and tell me I can do it and make me stop saying that I can't do it even when I didn't know if I could. And just the fact that I really wanted to graduate too.
How did these factors impact your life?
Well, now I'm more positive and I know that I can graduate. I know that I can go and do other things. That I can do anything.
How did it change the way you think?
Well, I'm a really negative person sometimes, so she'd always make fun of me and say I have a rainy cloud over my head, so I have to be positive and make the rainy cloud go away. So I try and be positive more and try and just know that I can do it even if I can't do it. Even if you just say that you can, it gets you closer to being there.
Did it change you as a person?
Yes, because I always knew I could do anything, but I just had a lot of doubt. But when there's someone motivating you and always telling you that you can do anything, even when you're doing bad or if you're not doing good, then it really makes you feel like you can do anything.
Did your academic coach play a major role in this development of who you are?
Yes, I don't think I would be about to graduate if it wasn't for her telling me I can do it, I can do it, I'm proud of you a million times a day. What have you seen me get better at in the past year?
Well, one of the things that I saw you get better at was your attitude improved tremendously. Once your attitude improved, so did your work ethic. You were very positive. You were like, I know I can do it. And the times where you struggled with math, that was the hardest time to get you through those 3 months of Algebra 2. Every time you would be like, I don't want to do this, I can't do it. And I would have to go over there and sit with you and say, yes, you can. Show me how to do math. And you would think, Miss Connor, you thought I knew how to do math, which I did not. By you showing me how to do math, really got you through it. And if it wasn't for Mr. Babcock and Mr. Wyckoff helping us get you through math, you wouldn't, you got over the heap and you got there.
Did you know that I was going to graduate this year?
Well, at first, the way that you, at the beginning of the year, with you taking your time in history and then speeding through English. At first I didn't think so, but then when I saw how much you improved and how much you worked hard, and just by the way that the positivity, by me telling you I'm proud of you every day, I saw how it changed. Then I knew you could do it. I always believed in you.
So what do you think is next for me?
What I see for you, I see a whole world of possibilities. You're smart and your potential and your hard work ethic and just your intelligence it baffles me. You're such a smart girl and you're capable of doing anything that you put your mind to it.
Thank you.
Okay. My name is Josh Whitlock and I'd like to tell you a little bit about my year here at Mountain Rose Academy. I've been going to Mountain Rose on and off for about 3 years, but this year sticks out to me especially for a couple different reasons. At the start of the year, I had a very rebellious and non-caring attitude, but due to a few special teachers that took an interest in trying to change that, I am now able to see that graduation is something that is not impossible for me. To get a feel for my lack of motivation at the beginning of the year, I'd have to tell you a little bit about some of the unfortunate events that have happened in my life that led me to be so unmotivated. The main thing that triggered my downward spiral was the death of my father. After that, my life went downhill quicker than I expected. Soon after, I found myself in the CPS system due to my mom's instability. Before I knew it, I was being sent to group homes using drugs and even ended up in jail for a period of time. There are many other things I could tell you, but I think that alone gives you enough insight. At the start of the year, I would basically come to school either just to sleep or to chill with some of my old friends. Loud music and long naps are basically what my daily routine consisted of. Doing the same thing every day led me to feel even more discouraged about how my schooling was turning out. That's when I got to thinking about things. I started realizing that if I kept up the same attitude, I would end up dropping out of school, and then who knows what would happen. After the reality of everything sunk in, I started putting forth the least bit of effort to get stuff done. My frustration level got to an all-time high when I found myself stuck every 2 minutes, constantly asking for help. If it wasn't for teachers like Miss Nika and Miss Fennell constantly telling me that I could do it and encouraging me not to give up, I would have become a victim of my own discouragement. Every day, if it wasn't Miss Nika at my computer all day, it was Miss Fennell. They would sit and explain different concepts to me over and over again, each time in a different way, so I could better understand that. As time grew on, I found myself understanding more and more each day, actually finishing classes. Even when I got to the point where I was working fine on my own, they would still repeatedly check in with me to see how I was doing. These two teachers helped me greatly, not only with classes, but with my confidence level. They got me to set realistic goals and actually follow through with them. Not only do I feel more confident with school, I see that I have the potential to do greater things with my life. I see that I have the potential to do greater things with my life than to just end up another dropout statistic. With the help of Miss Nika and Miss Fennell, I now know that all is not lost and graduation is a goal that is definitely achievable for me.
So when do you think you're going to graduate?
Next year, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so what's your name?
Jackson McGowan.
When did you start at Mountain Rose?
The beginning of the year.
How would you say your start was?
It was alright.
How was it alright? Tell me.
I don't know. It was kind of boring and slow at first, but started to get back to normal.
Did you get any work done in the beginning of the year?
A little bit.
Yeah. How many credits did you come here with?
Like 1.5 or 2, I think.
And do you feel like you were motivated to work at all or earn more? Honestly.
A little bit, like towards when I started to like get used to everything yet, but just kind of sat around at first.
So, in school, being here, what do you think has changed? Like, why do you think I'm interviewing you right now?
I have no idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm interviewing you because I think you're a success story. I think you're my success story. Why do you think I would think that?
I don't know, Miss Taylor.
Could it be because you read a book?
I read the book, The Catcher in the Rye.
What was that?
The Catcher in the Rye.
And did you enjoy reading the book?
Yeah, it was a good book.
When's the last time you read a book?
I don't remember. Probably like 6th grade.
6th grade. So you read The Catcher in the Rye, and then have you completed any other classes with me?
Yeah, my English class. And is that it?
Yeah, and we're working on 1B right now, right?
Yeah.
So you finished The Catcher in the Rye post-test, you read the whole book, you remembered the book, right?
Yeah.
and enjoyed the book, which is the extra bonus. Yeah. And then, so what's our goal for the end of the year? How many more credits do we have to learn?
To get
Earn
2.5 or 1.5 more.
1.5 more. So you'll earn more credit this year than you've earned.
Like in either year. Even high school.
Do you think that sitting here and, you know, doing your work, you've been trying to behave better?
Yeah.
I think so. Do you have anything else you want to say about the school or teachers or your experience here?
It's been pretty normal so far.
That's good.
But,
and you're coming back next year, right?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Good. Thank you for doing this.
My name is Gina Burkhart. I'm 20 years old, and well, when I was a month away from turning 18, my dad, he wasn't the best of people, you know, he's a drug addict, alcoholic, and he kicked me out of my house. And with my mother being in prison and having nowhere else to go, I did the worst thing I possibly could have ever done, and I quit school because I had to get a job. You know, I had to live. And, you know, I turned 20 this past October. And my whole feeling was, you know, I might as well get back to school while my education's still free. You know, the United States is the one place you can still get a free education, and I might as well take advantage of it. Come to find out, I only had 2 credits left, and with my work schedule the way it is, it helped me out coming here because they were able to say, hey, you know, you work over 40 hours a week plus. It's difficult to get back and forth with your schedule. You know, I have overnights and afternoons, and it's just one big mess. So being able to come pretty much whenever I want, and really only being here for 10 hours a week, it helps because I can multitask, I guess is a good word for it. I'm very excited to finish. I mean, it's probably one of the best things I've ever done. One of my best accomplishments I've ever done, and you know, I did it without any parents, without breathing down my neck, no teachers. It was all me, and that's the best thing I could have ever done for myself, really.
Do you think there was anything here besides the schedule that helped you, like the teachers?
The teachers helped a lot. I've never really had people show compassion for me before, like. None of these people here know me, like, at all. Know what I'm about, what I do, who I am, but the one similarity is they all care. They care what's happening to me. You know, if I say, hey, I haven't eaten today, they spot me $1 to give me some food, or, you know, there are days I'd come in here crying because of family issues or for the fact that, you know, I thought I was never going to get it done. And it's not like that, you know. It's a very supportive atmosphere. It's a very loving atmosphere in a sense also, because of the fact that this is a place that teachers care instead of teachers feeling like they're babysitters, I guess.
What are your plans for the future?
Well, I'm working in a hotel right now, and I'd actually like to go into hotel management and hospitality classes, probably starting off at Pima and working my way up. But I see a bigger picture. I want to run my own place. I don't just want to work at one.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.